welcome to the Football Friends podcast for another week. We're up to episode 17. We are going strong. That's pretty good. Joined by Paddy and Ash today.
That's 17 more than I thought we'd get.
Yo, I can't even count to 17.
Yeah. So, great. I'm stoked. And it's good to have the team back together again.
Yeah, I must say, Ash, first of all, I've got to ask you a question. Did you listen when you weren't on?
Yes.
Sure
Okay.
you did.
Oh, 100% yes.
Whatever.
100%.
Okay, cool.
I skipped all the boring parts, which was 99% of it. But hey.
So what, you just skipped until you were talking?
No,
When I wasn't there.
he wasn't there.
Oh, shit. Oh, wow.
Okay, well, I have one single piece of feedback. Specifically, I'm just going to throw it out there. When you were talking about Real Madrid, Ash, I think you called their midfield literally a Rolls Royce.
Yeah.
Just the idea of that little car that brings the ball out, running around in midfield next to Modric. I think he'd be a great signing.
Yeah, man. Rolls Royce with cruise control.
Oh. Well.
Yeah, all right. We might as well get into it then. So.
Yeah. So another thing that a good thing that you've sort of forecast is, when you were talking about Liverpool last time, was the return of Bobby Firmino.
Man, see, I know my shit, eh?
Which sometimes, which takes us straight into Watford 0, Liverpool 5. What a fucking result!
Yeah, 5-0 away. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong with that.
And before the game, Claudio was asked what he would do if Watford managed to keep a clean sheet, and he said he'd buy all the players dinner. That didn't happen.
They each had to buy him 5 dinners.
I'd like to think that means the Watford players just didn't eat.
Or they buy him dinner all week.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
one. Yeah, they own 5 dinners, so yeah.
Not each.
Oh.
Yeah.
So he just goes
Ben
home
Foster doesn't get paid that much.
Ben Foster does.
Yeah, well, yeah, good stuff. I mean, yeah, the return of Bobby, and he bangs a hat trick, right?
A hat trick of effectively tap-ins.
Mm-hmm.
But if a player like Bobby Firmino does, that's what he does. Most of his goals are not scored from, the edge of the 18-yard box. Most of them are from inside the 6. And fair enough, that's how it is. I really should have looked this up, but this is the first game in a long time that I think all 3 of the front 3 have scored in the same game.
Yeah, right.
But the certainly the stats over the last sort of 4 seasons, this is their best start in terms of goal contributions together. Salah can't stop scoring or providing ridiculous assists for Sadio.
Yeah, I got to say, Salah is in the form of his life, man. He seems to score every single game.
Well, including the Champions League game, which we will come on to, 9 in a row, which is a club record.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah, ridiculous.
Wow.
He wants that big money contract, eh? Because he's due for a new contract, is he not?
Look, the offer from me is still on the table to convert to Islam, if that is what it'll take.
Oh, man.
You'll also convert?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
I mean, you don't get him in your team.
I don't care.
So you're
I'll do anything. Anything.
For Mohamed Salah to re-sign for Liverpool?
Yeah, why not? Where else is he going to go? City? Wouldn't that be good?
Probably Madrid.
Madrid? I don't know.
If he's going to leave, it'll be.
The problem is, I don't think that Madrid and Barcelona are destination teams anymore, because now that they have this new wage cap and stuff like that, every other country can just pay you double what they can. So it's like, unless you really have dreams of playing for that club, like for some sentimental reason, you're not going to go play there for the money. So
are you saying Newcastle?
Well, maybe PSG. Just pile on there as well.
I don't know. Well, yeah, because obviously Messi has made noises that he might go and try and win the Champions League with PSG and in return.
Amazing.
But who knows if that'll happen? I really don't want Mo to. Obviously, I don't want our best player to leave.
No, I'm trying to say that I don't see why he would. I feel like, especially for he made his big breakthrough there, really. So if I'm him, I'd just stay, and you're going to get more money anyway. So, and you're going to win the Champions League. So what's the,
well,
they've already won with him. So
we're 3 from 3.
Yeah. So it's he's got. I don't see the motivation to leave really.
No.
Yeah, the team's in its prime, mate.
Yeah.
You would
who would want to leave that team?
You look at your Madrids and Barca's. They're going through a rebuild process, and PSG, is there room there for him? And
no.
So on. Yeah. Where are you going to go? That's a finished project that you'll just slot in and start winning straight away.
It's a good point.
It'd be City would be the only space. Imagine having him and Grealish.
Oh yeah, I guess. Yeah.
So yeah,
that would be
my thought process if I was Mo Salah.
Well, anyway,
where am I going now? Because where am I going now to win the next three years?
Yeah.
I mean,
hang on to that guy. He seems like he's good.
Oh yeah, yeah. I've just looked on Google, and apparently Mohamed Salah is good.
Yeah, great.
Look, I love him, and if he ever leaves, I will cry a single tear.
Yeah, he's a legend already.
A single halal tear.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Any other thoughts on the match?
Nah, we're awesome. That's it.
Cool.
Front three's back.
Yeah. Oily as.
Our team is fucking sick. Klopp's a boss. And we might win the league.
Well, maybe you have to get through Chelsea.
Well, yeah, they have to stop winning. But we'll come on to them later. So let's talk about Leicester and Manchester
and whoever they versed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not what you want to see.
It's what I want to see.
Yeah. Not what I want to see though. Disappointed. Thoroughly disappointed. I mean, Leicester are a good team, but it's a real shame for our amazing away record to come to a close.
That's.
I suppose it had to end at some point.
To be fair, it has ended in amazing fashion. Like you can't really deny that.
Six goal thriller.
There were some insane screamers in that game. Some of the goals were amazing.
I'm thinking of Greenwood's.
Yeah.
Fucking sick.
Yeah.
Tielemans. How has Tielemans done that? How have you chipped? How?
Yeah. And Vardy's goal, sublime.
That's just instinct. He'll be able to do that when he's like on his deathbed.
Yeah, Rashford too, just pretty much just clinical as, just like doing what he's supposed to do. Back with flair, but yeah, of course we conceded 4 goals though. That's the issue.
Yeah, as I understand, if you concede 4 goals and
you'll probably lose,
and you only score 2, that's a loss.
Yeah, that's how math works.
Yeah.
So,
wait, did you say meth or meth?
Yeah,
that's how meth works. Yeah.
So that's what Solskjaer needs to learn, is that you need to be the one with the biggest score,
the bigger number.
No, but that's the problem, is the team's not shit. There's something else wrong. I don't know. It's the
Harry Maguire factor.
Some say that, but don't you guys just look at Harry Maguire and go, you just know that in the locker room he is in the face screaming at every single player there, like aggressively in your face, like I can sort it out.
Yeah, but you can't understand it because he would sound like Sloth from the Goonies, just going to ape shit at you. Oh no.
Yeah, and that's probably really unsettling. Like.
That's why you lost.
Yeah, exactly.
Somebody's yelling that in your back for. No wonder you concede so many.
If you've got unsettled players, most of them have just arrived.
No, I think it's...
Is the pressure on for Solskjaer?
Well, yeah. Well,
how much pressure is on?
Funnily enough, though, I did see a record where if you compare Solskjaer to Klopp's record, when he started at Liverpool, he is actually still doing better.
Would you say he had a better? I'd say he had a better squad.
Completely different projects. Yeah, Klopp got rid of a lot of bad, like not bad players, but dead wood. A lot of dead wood.
Sure.
Solskjaer's come in and he's been given
out.
money straight away, and he's just bought everyone for ridiculous amounts of money.
The thing is, I think it sort of evens out, because when Klopp came to Liverpool, he was actually a quality manager. He had a lot of experience.
Yeah, and Solskjaer's not.
And Solskjaer's not. So if Klopp arrived with a worse team, Solskjaer was worse manager. So I think in reality it's pretty level, I would say. And for him to be sort of on par with Klopp by this point, I think is fantastic. So that's the thing. It's every time we lose one match, the criticism is like fire Solskjaer. But like
that is football though, isn't it? Like,
that's when you're a big team.
Yeah. That's actually the downside of it's the other side of the blade of being
it's
big
like
club.
People forget that you lose matches. And it's like of course the only way we can lose a match is if we concede 4 goals. So the only way
you could have conceded 3. You
still
would have lost.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying.
Or 5.
So in a way, the only way a team can beat us is if they
score more goals than you. I think that's the aim of the game, mate.
Yeah. If they score more goals than us, we lose. So,
and that's math.
Yeah. So, obviously not happy, and I've said repeatedly, no excuses, and there are no excuses. We need to be the team that wins these matches. Leicester's a tough team, but we need points. Luckily, this is still early in the season, and a lot of teams have dropped points. So the difference hasn't quite manifested yet, but we're going to need to be sorting this out very soon, or we're just going to end up, we're going to be nowhere near where we should be.
So here's the question. If you have to sort it out very soon, you obviously want to give Ollie a bit more time, obviously.
I'm indifferent because I know that the alternative would
say
be...
you get to Christmas and you're 4th, very close to dropping outside that top 4. Does he get the sack?
Well,
it kind of depends. That's not enough. That's not enough to What about performance in the Champions League and the Cups? What about the manner of the defeats? What about the manner of the victories? If obviously we'll get onto the Champions League game that United played today, but if some of those victories where they turn it around start turning into defeats where they fail to turn it around, then that's not going to be good enough, even if you are sitting 4th. Look, I don't know exactly where.
I think if we got to the end of the season and they just sort of released Ollie,
it'd be okay. So
I think that would be fair.
That's what you would do. You keep him all season.
Sure. Well,
okay.
But see, I don't mind if they were to fire Ollie next week. I don't care, because they will replace him with someone better. That is the thing. There are 2 coaches in particular at the moment that I would be thrilled to have.
Yep, Conte.
Yeah,
Roy
Conte
and Roy Hodgson.
And
Steve Bruce.
And Zinedine Zidane.
And Steve Bruce.
Yeah, Big Zizou,
Yeah, Zizou's just been sitting around, and when you consider, we've got a bunch of French players. We've got Pogba, we've got Varane, we've got Martial, and all this stuff. I think maybe someone like Zidane could be sick if
that sort of French mentor.
Conte is
the
probably
Frog
the one.
Squad.
A Frentor.
Yeah,
a Frentor.
So Conte would probably be the one we would go for, but if we don't get him, Zidane would be awesome.
And if you miss out on him, Steve Bruce.
But yeah, basically, if Solskjaer makes it to the end of the season with no trophies, it should be it doesn't need to be you're fired because you suck. It should just be you've learned and evolved as a coach, but
you're fired.
Yeah, it's instead of waiting on a player to develop, you just buy.
It's not me. It's not me. It's you. Situation.
Yeah. Well, because I still think Solskjaer is overperforming, right? For his level and how long he has been a manager, etc.
Well, his last job in the Premier League, he did take Cardiff down. So yes.
Yeah. So that's the thing. I still think he is overperforming.
Any manager with that amount of money in that squad would still be around the top.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, that's an interesting one. I don't know if any manager would. But
well, the thing is, Ollie has had some incredible performances, but he has also had some very poor performances.
Yeah,
he has definitely shown that he can coach. It's just he's not elite yet, and it's do we want to wait for him to become elite, or do we want to skip that step and buy someone who's elite? You know.
Well, I think when a player develops at your club, you notice that quite quickly, how quickly they're getting better. For a coach, I think it takes quite a lot longer. And I don't know, knowing the Glazers, I don't think they have.
They have that time. Yeah.
Ollie's lasted longer than I thought he would. Every time I think that they're going to pull the trigger, he gives a couple of good wins in a row.
Well, I also think there hasn't been good coaches available as well. Because there's no point in firing Solskjaer if there's no one to replace him with.
That's absolutely true. You can't. Yeah, that's true. You can't fire the guy and go, well, we're going to get in.
And also, I mean, we did finish. You know, when he joined, we still scraped. He joined halfway through the season and we got 4th, and then the season after that we came 2nd. And we and then Europa League final, I suppose. So it's not like he's done nothing.
Yeah.
It's just we don't have any trophies.
Yeah. There's nothing tangible, but there's still success.
We've moved up the league table significantly under Solskjaer.
Yeah. I think, look, the difference between Ole and Conte, and I'm sure you guys will agree, it would be the same between Lampard and Tuchel.
Yeah, it's just experience.
It's an experienced coach with pedigree and skill and
knowledge.
He's got that knowledge.
Yeah. Anyway, we've talked the shit out of this.
Okay.
We might as well move on.
All right. So moving on from one club with loads of money to the club with the most money, Newcastle, who lost to Tottenham Hotspurs.
We won.
You won a game.
We won. Yes.
You even scored.
Top of the league.
You even scored.
We're going to Wembley.
Not again.
Okay. Anyway. Yeah.
You even scored 4 of the goals. Just ask Eric Dyer.
Yeah. And Harry Kane back on the score sheet as well.
Yeah, he looked good.
Cool. Good.
Newcastle out of the blocks firing. Scored within the first 3 or 4 minutes.
3 minutes, I think.
Something stupid, yeah.
Good
goal. It was a nicely put together goal. Callum Wilson back in the team from injury. He looked good.
Decent player, man.
He just gave them that target and that bit of movement up front that they missed. Yeah, they looked alright, but then we were just too good. I'm not being a dick there. It's just the way it played out. It was the difference in players.
I mean, Spurs are miles better than Newcastle.
Yeah, we're a better team than they are. Kane's goal, he looked sharp. He got back onside, coming from an offside position, got back onside, and then dinked it over the keeper. Kind of a little flick over the keeper.
Yeah, sexy.
He just looked so sharp doing it. They called it offside and went to VAR and got overturned. Oh, right. So it was his first goal. First goal of the Premier League season?
Yeah.
Yeah, not the season, I don't think. I think he scored in the Europa Conference
relegation
league.
The Iron Brew League you're with.
Non-league Europe,
yeah.
The Vanarama.
Yeah, so good. We looked solid. Eric Dyer scored a goal. Happy days.
For the wrong team.
Yeah, we just
maybe he'll transfer to Newcastle.
Maybe.
He's already opened his account, so don't worry about it.
No, fair
Yeah.
enough. Scored more than some of they have. So, yeah, no, we looked all right. Just hope it continues and we get some more big W's and
Yeah,
happy days.
I've been watching a lot of Alan St. Maximin videos lately
Oh,
because he's an awesome.
he's
footballer.
amazing.
And he talked about apparently in that match, Regulon stopped the game. He
Yes.
stopped it because he got the ref's attention to stop the game because there was a fan like got knocked out.
He had a cardiac arrest.
Oh,
Somebody was
really?
giving him CPR.
Yeah,
And he saw it. He saw it in the crowd, so he made the ref stop the game.
Mhm.
And they took the defibrillator over to him and
yeah,
got him awake and
Far
Yeah.
out.
Good
he
stuff.
was, like full recovery. Like
Yeah, what a great sportsman. Good.
Well, yeah,
good
just
stuff to
something he saw in the
Mm.
crowd and was like, "Holy
Yeah,
shit!"
yeah.
And then obviously following on from the Euros, we saw what happened to Christian Eriksen. I think
Yeah.
players and fans and things are a bit more aware of their surroundings.
Mm.
And again with the whole COVID situation, that people are a little bit more
Yeah.
aware of the situation they're in and things like that. So
Well, I think after like you said, after Kia did that for Ericsson and the
Euros.
in the Euros, yeah, I think maybe Regulon was trying to get a Ballon d'Or nomination.
mate, not all heroes wear capes.
yeah.
So no, good on him and good on the fan that was giving CPR. So
Yeah.
happy days, everyone's okay.
Yeah, in the end, football was the winner on the day.
Yeah, well,
apart from the Geordies,
yeah.
all members of the Geordie race.
well, yeah, they seemed very jubilant the whole game. Win or lose, they were happy. Seemed, with the whole takeover and money in the club allegedly. We'll
Yeah.
wait and see.
Allegedly.
Yeah, we'll wait and see. Apparently, but
Everyone's speaking big moves in January, so
Yeah.
we'll see how it goes down.
yeah.
They clearly have not broken financial fair play rules for a
Yet.
long time, so
Yet.
they will have an insane budget to spend
Yeah,
if they so
I
choose,
hear that it's somewhere between 200 and 250 mil.
which is insane for a club like Newcastle. Oh my god,
Well, it's insane for anyone.
they could buy so many players.
Well, the first one that you guys mentioned and that I would agree with was Coutinho,
Yeah,
who won't be 30 mil.
no. The thing is, the transfer fee will probably be hardly anything, but it'll just be a big wage.
The wages will be
Yeah.
low. Yeah,
But that's fine. They can, no problem.
they can deal with that.
Yeah. Yeah, great. And then they'll pick up Eric Dyer and Phil Jones and
And Eric Cantona,
yeah. Yeah, so we'll have to wait and see, I guess.
Steve Bruce.
Yeah.
Maybe they can get him.
Get him in the back.
Yeah.
Marshall in the back six.
Well, yeah, that's our first one just before we started recording. I know it happened, must have happened shortly after the game, but I saw St. Maximum's tweet, which was very sweet, very wholesome, saying goodbye to Big Brucey.
Yeah. Obviously, Newcastle fans didn't want him, haven't liked him, and are glad to see him go.
But enough about Mike Ashley.
Yeah, well, I suppose
But yeah, poor Steve Bruce. He's an adequate manager. He's over the last 8 years he's ever had a win percentage of 54%. Like, that's a good Premier League quality right there.
Steve Bruce?
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
that can't be true.
it is.
crazy.
What?
Crazy if true.
Yeah.
54?
Yeah.
No, surely he's won 54 games.
No. Well, he coached his 1000th game against Spurs? Was
Yeah.
his 1000th game?
Well, that's the thing. They gave him his 1000th game.
Yeah, and then
got rid of him. So they
Yeah.
were probably always playing. He probably already knew he was going to go.
Yeah.
I want to say in the last 38 games, so I know we're like halfway through a season, but in the last 38 games, I think his teams have won
3.
6 or something. It's It's abysmally low.
Are you telling me he's won 540 games?
I think so.
No.
Maybe that might have been before he took over Newcastle.
No.
I
No, because then it would be like 60.
Somebody fact check me.
Either way, yeah.
But yeah, Steve Bruce is alright. He said himself he might not manage again.
But you know you can't trust him because he's got 2 first names.
Stephen Bruce.
Yeah.
Bruce Stevenson is his next
Well,
alter ego.
that's exactly who they should bring in to coach.
Bruce Stevenson.
Give him a little sing-song.
Yeah.
Put a moustache on him and
Yeah.
All right. Yep. Moving on.
I just realised I was thinking of Bruce Dickinson.
Yeah.
That's the Iron Maiden singer, isn't it?
Yeah.
Bruce Stevenson was my high school principal.
All right.
What's
Shout
the
out to Mr. Stevenson.
Shout out, Bruce. Yeah, I remember one of the first assemblies I had at high school. And he just sort of got up and he a bit quiet, and then and he said, he gave this big speech, and then he talked about mothers, and then he said, my mother was a lovely lady, and then she was eaten by a shark.
What?
He said she was eaten by a shark. It was like, what?
That took a weird twist.
Yeah, I know.
It caught me off guard.
Like,
Well, you wouldn't talk shit about his mum after that, would you?
I still would.
Oh.
Although I am a shark. Yeah, so on from that fishy business. Yeah. Arsenal 2, Crystal Palace 2.
Yeah. So Vieira
When will they learn?
back to Arsenal
Yeah,
for a visit,
for a well,
For a job interview.
and
good.
and to be honest, nearly won the match. Probably deserved to win it.
Absolutely deserved to win it. I mean, it's not like Lacazette's goal wasn't any good, but he.
But it's like
They-
Colin Gallagher said, man, it's worse than losing.
I tell you what,
Mate, does he just get better every week?
well, he had a Naby Keita-esque volley from about 20 to 25 yards, and Ramsdale made one of the best saves I've ever seen.
I like that he's in goal now. I like Ramsdale
He should be first
over
choice.
Bertolino. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Ramsdale's obviously
You feel a little bit safer, eh? You know, like
definitely.
Well, the thing is, when I'm watching Arsenal games, I don't want safety. I want lols.
Yeah. Well, exactly. I think that's Conor Gallagher's attitude. He's like,
He wants
this is
lols.
this is worse than losing because
oh, shit.
I'm a Chelsea player.
This is
Yeah.
wor-
I'm
this-
technically winning the league right now. Like,
yeah. This is worse than.
He's like, hey guys, recall me. I want that medal.
This is worse than losing because we drew with Arsenal.
Yeah.
do you reckon he makes that deal before he goes out online? He's like,
If you win,
yeah, if you
recall
win,
me.
yeah, I still get a medal if you win, eh?
Well,
No.
You're cheating the system though, aren't you?
Yeah, that's.
Did you get one? He might have got one last year.
No.
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 I think-
Well,
No, he
thi-
was on loan then as well.
I think.
the
pretty
Champions League.
Well, what it used to be is you have to play a certain amount of
Yeah.
games, and now what it is the club gets given a certain amount of medals, and they decide who to give them to.
Oh.
So,
Oh fuck all the coaching staff, eh?
I
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if they count. I've not got a clue.
Yeah, the goalkeeper coach who's just a retired goalkeeper gets a medal for just kicking balls at two dudes. Like,
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, one amazing. Oh, I say amazing. Amazingly bad thing that happened in that game was so the ball's in the sky and it looks like it's coming down, and Saka goes to control it, and James McCarthy, who's just not looking at life, tries to volley the ball, but Bukayo Saka's in front of him, so he volleys Bukayo Saka. And it's like, how does that not get a red card? He
he swipes his legs from underneath him, eh?
He-
Like, just full on kicks through him. That's great.
he's,
Was it even a yellow?
it was a
Was
yellow,
it was a yellow?
and Saka reacted, and then also got a yellow.
How good. Although I like a bit of fighting young players. You get angry, eh?
Has he just thoroughly misunderstood kick racism out of football?
Oh no!
He's trying to kick. He was trying to kick Saka out of the Emirates. That's what he was trying to do.
Yeah, he's like, you should have kicked the penalty like this.
What, missed the ball?
I mean that hard.
Yeah, at least he made a good connection.
Wow. Right, so Arsenal march
Down.
downwards. They've probably gone up, to be fair,
Oh,
with a
yeah.
point.
Yeah, they should be stoked with a point.
No, they should definitely beat Stoke.
Yeah,
Would they?
they'd be lucky to get a point from Stoke. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Right.
So a point from Palace, excellent.
Pretty fair. Now that's a Super League. That's the Super League that Arsenal would be in. All right. Cool. So enough about that fucking nonsense. Let's go back to the top of the league. And
Don't say it.
the Chelsea.
Oh,
I know, it's disgusting.
yeah.
But they beat Brentford 1-0. And I think Edouard Mendy made something like 22 saves.
What?
Yeah.
Amazing.
Like, that's the number that... I don't know if that piece of... if that stat includes, like, catches from corners or something like that. But, I mean, any number in double digits is audacious.
That's unreal, man.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, but well, raises questions about Chelsea's defence, I suppose. But
Or just the quality of Brentford's attack. Or the amount of shots that they were taking.
yeah, maybe there was long range shot. I don't know. Yeah, crazy. 22 saves. That's really good. He is definitely a quality goalkeeper.
Yeah. He didn't get a Ballon d'Or nomination.
Yeah.
Maybe
Messed up.
maybe they thought he was Benjamin Mendy.
There's too many Mendy's and they got them all confused.
Too Mendy.
Too Mendy's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, Chilwell with an absolute screamer.
Oh yeah,
Dude.
well, you know, we were
Prolific left fullback Ben Chilwell.
We were talking about last time, mate. Last
What?
week was their left back situation.
Well,
And they just stacked, eh?
yeah, because I feel like the other week we were just saying how insanely good Marcus Alonso has been, and then now he can't even get in the team because Chilwell is
Banging
just
G's.
carving it. It's like
Alright.
Chilwell's like, I'm going to be better than this to get in the team. Damn. But to be fair though, I would say like last season when Chilwell was at Chelsea, he scores a surprisingly high amount of goals.
Oh, yeah.
For a fullback, he is always keen for a finish. Like
He's a bastard for a goal.
yeah, absolutely. He just cuts in and he just like smashes it, and it just
It takes the keeper's face off.
he's a good player, man.
You know what? You know what the Chelsea fans call them. You're gonna like this.
Oh, what?
Ashley Cold.
Oh. Oi.
Great.
Like
Wicked.
a surprising good wit from them.
Football.
Well,
fans.
from football fans.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. No, I jest, of course. And another stat I heard from that game was God, I think I'm going to pronounce his name right. Brian Mbueno, the Brentford forward. 8 games in, he's hit the post 6 times.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn, that's like Trossard numbers.
Yeah.
Man,
It's better than that.
It just shows you how much they are going forward, though, eh?
Yeah.
Like the bees, they just
Swarming.
yeah, they
Yeah.
are. Yeah, they will swarm your goal.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, they are.
Chelsea are lucky to get away without getting stung, man. They,
Well,
you know, like again, Mendy had to make 22 saves. So
well, his hands might have been stung.
if he had only made 20 saves, Brentford
Then
could
they
have
would have
won that.
lost.
Brentford could have won that game, yeah. Because 2 is bigger than 1.
Wow, but it's
we,
not.
we was that math at the start.
But it's not bigger than
I've
4.
warmed up now.
Right.
My calculator's working now.
Oh.
Calculator.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
Enough.
anyway, I don't like talking about Chelsea, so let's move on.
so right. Ellie, stunning honesty there from
Yeah,
Gage.
yes, that's what I'm all about.
Aston Villa 2, Wolverhampton Wanderers 3.
Hell of a comeback
Now,
in that match.
now we said that Liverpool City might have been game of the season. This one's got to be up there.
It was a killer match from what I saw.
Killer bees.
Yeah, everything's happening. Dings on the score sheet as well.
Yeah,
Doing
Dings
damage.
and McGinn.
Yeah.
Bit of what would you call it? Sort of symmetry in the way that John McGinn's goal was massively deflected, and then the free kick, Ruben Neves. Yeah,
Free
his
kick
was
winner.
deflected also.
Amazing. Yeah. What a way to win the game.
Do you think, like, sometimes when I'm watching a game like that and a team, first of all, Villa's got to be absolutely, Harry Maguire's got to be in the Villa changing room screaming at them in Sheffield.
Yeah.
Tongue.
Tyrone Mings absolutely doing his nut.
Yeah.
Just minging it.
Minging them off.
Yeah. Well, John McGinn looks like he's got a shout in him.
John McMing.
Yeah. John McShout.
Hard to argue with that. Sometimes when you're watching a game like that, it's like watching a movie because they're 2-0 up, and then it's the 80th minute, they're still 2-0 up, and Wolves score. Roman Precise. Yeah?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay.
Bit of that.
Yep, that was a joke.
Yep. and then they score again, and you just go, oh, well, they're going to win.
Yeah, they're going to do it.
They're going to win.
It felt right. It felt like it was going to happen.
Yeah, you have the music in the background.
And
dun, dun.
yeah, and Ruben Neves believed.
Yeah, you always believe.
Yeah.
To be fair, if
Neves in doubt.
Well, and he just jumped.
Good.
He just went in and kicked the fucking shit out of it,
yeah,
and it goes straight through the wall. Like
again,
yeah,
you gotta believe.
You got to put it through a second. Yeah.
yeah.
First of all, you gotta believe. Second of all, you've got to kick the shit out of it.
Yeah, he's just standing there like, I'm gonna go up and I'm gonna kick the shit out of it. They'll never expect that.
Did he say that in English? Did he say that in English or Portuguese?
Look, there's no subtitles on the podcast, so I had to. I had to translate.
There's no subtitles in Ruben Neves' mind.
Yeah.
Why not, Ruben? Help us out.
I like the name Ruben too. Just throwing it out. Ruben.
Honestly, Ruben Neves is a player that people are sitting on. They're not. Someone needs to snap him up because he seems like he is quality, man. He plays basically every match for Wolves, and he runs that shit.
You're gonna hurt him. You're sitting on him.
Yeah. This could kickstart their season too. This could.
Yeah, the dude can kick through a wall. So yeah, sign him up. Who needs a midfielder?
Spurs.
Yeah.
Sign him up.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because you have Nuno as well, so reunite.
Let's go. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Right. Cool. I think that's probably it for the Premier League section.
Yeah, that's all good.
Had some other results.
Yeah, City with another win, of course.
Yeah.
So.
They keep marching on.
Yeah. Actually, Southampton. They won.
Yeah.
What?
I know.
Right.
Blew my mind.
Stunning analysis.
And no Ward Prowse. He was out for that game.
Yeah, because red
card.
He kicks.
No Red Prowse.
Yeah. And then
tried to kick the Ballon d'Or nomination. Tried to kick the Ballon d'Or nomination out of Jorginho.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
And West Ham with another win too. So West Ham look good this season as well.
And the David Moyes derby. Of course, he didn't play for Everton, but he
the Moyes boys.
The Moyes boys.
Nice.
West Ham, Moyes boys.
Yeah.
And a bore draw at Norwich, who finally picked up their second point.
Ooh, rough.
Yeah, it's not pretty, is it?
Yeah. Oh well, someone has to lose.
They didn't lose.
Thank God United did.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. While we're at it, I just want to say that Jamie Vardy, you're my bastard of the week for not celebrating with Ronaldo's celebration.
Yeah. Oh, I wish he had.
Do you reckon he thought, nah, everyone wants it, so I won't give it to them?
Yeah,
He was just going to big dick everyone and be like, nah.
and that's the biggest shit house of them all.
Yeah.
He shit house.
He just walk up, stand in front of Ronaldo and just stare him out. Well, what you want? What you want?
Oh god.
Right.
Well, anyway, I suppose let's move on to the Champions League,
Right.
where things are a bit better.
Oh, well, away you go then.
Yeah. Why not start with the big boys, PSG,
Yeah.
who, the cogs seem to be slipping into place a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Well, they went 2-0 down as well, right?
No, they
Oh,
went. They
1-0
went
down.
1
Yeah.
up,
Yeah.
and then
And then
2-1 down.
Yeah, that's right.
Andre Silva scored, who's a complete gun in my Football Manager save. Thank you, Andre.
Yeah.
Shout
So,
out.
well, he only just transferred
Andre.
right from Frankfurt, so
Yeah.
he's good stuff. And Mukiele was the other goal too.
Yeah, Mukiele scored. Nkunku looked good.
And Nkunku was popping up everywhere, man.
Dude, he's
he probably could
amazing.
have scored a few goals in that. Keylor Navas had a blinder.
He did have an awesome game.
Yeah.
I only noticed about the group that they're in with PSG, Leipzig, Man City, and Bruges is the odd one out. They're all like new to the Champions League and completely loaded.
Yeah, like not much football history.
Yeah. I mean,
The money group.
Yeah, Newcastle should be in there.
the group of
Money.
the group of cash.
Yeah, pay to win league.
Yeah. There we
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
Pay to play.
And I mean, to be honest, what they PSG paid, and it seems to be paying off now. Because
Well, is that a pun?
yeah, well, see, Messi sort of
Doing the business.
settled, and you're starting to do shit.
Yeah. Well, when you're settled, you will do a Panenka.
Yeah, huge dick energy, man.
Yeah.
That was,
Yeah, and was it Mbappe gave him the penalty? Mbappe told him to take the penalty at the end?
did he? I didn't
Mbappe
see.
also took one of his own
Yeah.
and
fucked it.
did not score. Notably did not score.
It was just like, no, well, let's sweat on it.
Yeah.
Messi's first goal delighted me because it was kind of like a FIFA. Like he took the shot, hit the post, and he ran around the keeper and put it in
and then
on the
turned it.
line.
Yeah, amazing.
The only thing that I didn't like about it was that he didn't kick the shit out of it from 0 yards.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. I know, and it looked like it was going to go over the line anyway. It was going to hit the other post.
I think it was going to do that. Yeah,
but he's just
he's just like got to make sure.
Yeah. Well, I think he taps it and then picks it up. He doesn't kick the shit out of it because he wants to carry the ball and run it
And
back.
get back to the centre. Yeah. Look.
Still, you can blast it into the net and let it bounce its way back to the centre.
Yeah. The best thing to do would have been to roof it so that it comes down and you catch it and then turn around.
Yeah, rolls up the net. Fucking sick.
And like we were saying before, there actually is room for Mohamed Salah in PSG because, well, Neymar has got his regular occurring injury and he watched from the stands.
I mean, it's
So-
meth addiction.
Yeah, so there you go. Salah slips right in there. Neymar injured.
Yeah, which leaves room for Icardi to go to Newcastle.
Yeah, who needs a Cardi?
Do you reckon they'll get a new stadium
No.
and call it the Newcastle?
Horrific.
Thanks. Cool. So that just about sorts
Call the Sports Direct Arena.
the Sports Direct Castle. That about sorts that out, and this one's going to put the first little smile on your face, Gage. Ajax 4. Dortmund
Unbelievable.
0.
Unbelievable match. I could not be happier. That is hilarious to me. That is so funny. Amazing win. They absolutely dominated the shit out of them, with Daley Blind scoring an amazing goal.
Does he look 40 or what?
He's looked 40 for 40 years.
He's looked 40 since he was 22.
He's like in his prime, like now, and that was his first goal in a year, and he smashes it, outside of his left foot and like curls it into the near post.
Yeah.
Oh, it was. It's comparable to Navigators.
They should call him Daily Vision.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, not daily, yearly.
Yearly vision.
Yearly vision, yeah.
Yeah, daily blend, yearly vision.
Yeah, and then of course, Anthony. I mean, I don't know if you guys know much about Anthony, but incredible player. Like, one of the next stars for sure.
I'm always a big fan of a Brazilian with just a single name.
Yeah. A single English name.
Yeah.
And it always misses like one letter. You know, like Anthony has like an TH, but
Yeah.
it's like, no, it's Anthony.
Yeah.
There's no H.
Yeah.
They remove one letter as well.
And Tony. There's only one Tony.
Yeah.
Did Haller score?
Did Haller
Yes, he did. He's got one.
So they said Haller over Haaland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And to be honest, Haaland nearly did score. And he was 1-on-1, kicked the shit out of it, saved onto the bar.
Oh.
And yeah, could have been a goal on another day. It was so close. Amazing. But I mean, Marco Reus did score.
Rolls Royce.
Yeah, he Rolls Royced a goal into his own net.
Oh, did he?
Or Tadic scored directly from a corner because it came off.
Oh.
See, I actually think it went straight in. Well, no, I mean it was on target, but Royce changes the direction on it and it beats the keeper.
Okay, so
Yeah.
dubious own goals.
So it could have almost been a Tadic goal. But,
Dubious own goal panel says.
well, I would have said goal.
Own goal.
Goal.
It should have been
Own
goal.
goal. Own goal. Own goal. If it changed the direction.
Did you even see it?
Yes. Yes, I did. It was going in,
No,
and then it took a deflection and
Still win it.
went past the keeper.
It was going in anyway, though.
It's an own goal.
I don't know. But either way, Captain Tadic probably could have had a goal. And it was a thorough dominating win. That's amazing. Like, this is what happens with Ajax. You just, every 5 seasons, they build this insane squad, which does really, really well, win some shit, and then they sell everyone.
And they
Fill up
start
Barcelona
again.
and all these
And
other
they start
teams.
again.
And start again. And then now they've rolled around, and they've got a team full of sitcunts again.
Yeah.
So
Didn't even talk about Gravenberch.
Gravenberch was amazing. And again, he's a very young player. He's only 18. And he's just...
Oh my god.
Yeah, he just... Again, another Dutch player who's just good already.
Yeah.
Looking great. So just keeps developing. He's like the next Donny van de Beek.
What do you think of him? He's just good.
Yeah. They have a lot of good players, man. I'm stoked.
He's the next Donny van de Beek. What, is he going to
He's a
come to
bench
England
warmer.
and sit on the bench?
Like when Donny van de Beek was at Ajax.
Right.
Do you know about the defender as well too? Jurian Timber.
I've heard of him, yeah.
Yeah,
going down.
again, another. He's like 17 or something, and he is amazing.
It's
So
a very wooden performance.
yeah. He's a great player. Fast as he's a centre back and he's real fast. So
Sick.
can't go
That's,
wrong.
that's what you like.
Absolute stump.
Yeah. So stoked, man. What a win.
I mean, staked.
It is pretty funny to see Dortmund lose 4-0 though, right? I'm sure you guys can expect that.
It's just a blip,
Not,
isn't
yeah,
it?
not at all.
Yeah.
It's just a blip, isn't
But
it?
one thing I didn't find
They'll
out
bounce back from that.
until that match, I found out that they are apparently shocking at the back. They're like the worst team defensively in the Bundesliga. But it's just because they have Erling Haaland scoring 1 million goals.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter.
They have the same approach as Leicester. It's like we can concede 2 as long as we score 4.
Mm.
And,
You
didn't
know,
really,
that math you were trying to do earlier?
yeah,
Yeah.
Don't make me do it again.
yeah,
It's too hard.
yeah, different game. So on to a different game. Liverpool 3, Atletico Madrid 2, and I am jizzing everywhere.
One, I have to say, what a performance from Griezmann.
Yeah.
Oh my
It
goodness!
was incredible.
Yeah,
The
he was-
greasy
was
greasy
awesome.
man is back.
As greasy as it gets. Like, honestly. And
Doesn't he look so much better in an Atletico kit?
I actually
He,
totally
like-
agree. He
Yeah.
looks like he's home.
Yeah, and they play his style. Like, that's
him and João Felix up front. Like, they play 4-4-2.
Again,
Yeah.
again,
Cool.
And then you still have somebody like Suarez as well, like who can play in a
There's
4-4-2.
Suarez on the bench, yeah.
I've mentioned a lot of people upsetting me this week. Griezmann wears number 8.
Oh,
It's
don't
just-
like that.
It's just a bit off.
Yeah, I don't like that.
One off specifically.
Yeah, strange.
Don't like that at all.
Strange.
But how?
But then you can't take a number off somebody else. Eh?
Yeah, you can.
Well, only if you're
Yeah.
a giant ball sack.
Yeah, which apparently. Okay, so that's one thing we've gained. And Antoine Griezmann is not a giant ball sack, but he is a great striker.
Who would have thought a French player not being a selfish wanker?
Wow.
Yeah.
Let's hope for the Frogs yet.
Well, yeah, he could have had more than 2 goals if it weren't for Alisson. And of course, Mo Salah continued his ridiculous effort. This is the game in which he made it 9 in a row, breaking a club record. But the goal of the game, easily, Naby Keita.
Amazing. And this is like when you came up to me and you said, like, I don't know what version of the video you watched, but when I watched it, the commentator said, like, oh, this is crazy. Naby Keita never scores goals, let alone insane volleys. And I was like, mate, have you not been like watching football in the last couple of weeks? Because he just fucking did it the other day.
Yeah. Have you just come alive to who Naby Keita is? Because
well, I mean, to be fair, Naby Keita's only just come alive to who Naby Keita is.
Well, yeah,
he's woken up from his slumber.
Yeah. He's been cooking for a couple of years now, and he's coming.
Look, he needed it. Look, I don't know who the people are running the country of Guinea now, but it took a coup to wake him up.
And again, I love his celebration of no celebration. And just like, come on, bro, this is what I do.
Yeah, I do this.
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah.
Not enough to impress this commentator.
Well, see, that's the kind of good thing is it's like his milestones are completely obvious. You know, like they are very notable moments where he scores 6 goals and people are starting to be like, oh, okay, maybe he is a good player.
He actually only scores awesome goals. He's not there's
Firmino goal scorer.
You know, there's
tap-in dude.
No, he doesn't do tap-ins.
Tommy
Tappin. Who does he play for?
He just does insane.
Newcastle next week.
Tommy Tappin. There you go. There's your new player manager career mode.
Tommy Tappin. Number 9, poacher.
Yeah.
Yeah, there it is. And then you know, Griezmann, like saying, what a day he had. Couple of kicks on the ball, and then a big old kick on Roberto Firmino's face.
Love that.
Yes.
Yeah.
It reminded me of the classic Mane one on Edison.
Oof.
It was, maybe not quite as bad, but it was still like, face kick.
Nigel de Jong tweeted, he's like, oh, who does this remind you of? I was like, you big prick. He's like, why are you making light of that?
Do you remember that one time I did something bad? Yeah, hi.
Do you remember when I booted Xabi Alonso in the chest and got away with it?
Cool.
It's like, because he's a guy who didn't get away with it.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Oh.
Did he tag Alonso in the tweet? Like, how good?
No, I don't think he did.
Hey, dude.
But okay,
Miss you, text back.
So here's where I'm going to start shit. Anyway.
New phone, who does?
So, I think, to be fair, after the red card, you guys got let off easy. Because there's the same thing that happened with Chelsea. You got this red card, and then pretty much failed to capitalise on it. You have an extra player on the field, and you only win because of a dodgy penalty.
It wasn't a dodgy penalty.
Well, I don't know.
Every penalty's dodgy.
No, look, that was 100% a penalty. Even Simeone he wasn't looking at the referee going, "What are you doing?" He was looking at Hermoso going, "What are you doing?" What I will give some credence to is Atletico were denied a penalty on what was effectively the same foul. Like, we did get away with that. However, their first goal was also like big question of offside, of their player being offside, getting in the way of Matip. So, on balance, I think, could they have had that penalty? Yeah, maybe. Could they have had that goal chalked off on another day? Yeah, maybe.
It's because I had to watch it many times. And, like, what happens is, because Diego Jota. See, that's interesting too, because Diego goes back in the team. Funnily enough, we were talking about how...
Well, he subbed on.
Yeah. And then, because he's looking straight up in the air. And when he steps forward, his leg actually catches the underside leg of Mario Hermoso, and they like collide together.
Well, yeah, but that's not what the penalty is for. The penalty's for the big old push.
Well, it's like
It's like a shoulder push. He doesn't. The ball's not even on the ground.
Yeah, somewhat. Like there's definitely hands involved, but I don't know. I think it's more the collision that makes them both fall over. He doesn't necessarily push him over, but he puts his hands up because the first collision occurs with Diego Yota's knee into the back of his leg, and they sort of see the way I saw it. It looked a lot more 50-50 than maybe and the way I sort of walked away, like kind of it was like seemed more 50-50.
Yeah, fair enough, but I don't think I just don't agree at all. But it was definitely a penalty.
I don't know. Well, I disagree. Like, I don't know. I just think it was kind of like dubious. It was more or less like a 50-50 challenge.
It absolutely wasn't a 50-50. You've got to be shoulder to shoulder. He was behind him.
I mean, he's coming from behind him, yeah.
Yeah.
To get shoulder to shoulder with him.
Yeah, but then he doesn't get shoulder to shoulder with him. He pushes him.
No, I mean, they collide, and Diego Yota's knee goes into the back of his leg, and then they collide, yeah.
Nah.
It's sort of, the contact is like simultaneous. It's like, that's why it's like...
Yeah, I agree. It's simultaneous because Hermoso gets close to him and shoulder pushes him.
Like, they're both doing the same thing.
No,
they're both ball watching.
No,
and they're both running at it and they collide.
No, Jota's watching the ball, ready for it to come down. Hermoso's watching Jota, ready to give him a push.
He's watching the ball as well when he comes.
Half an eye.
See, no, I don't know. I'm just not convinced. It wasn't as clear cut as some others. That's for sure.
Yeah, I'll agree with that because some others are extremely clear cut.
Like,
but it's
all I'm
it's
trying
not
to say
50.
Is, all I'm really trying to get at is if you didn't have that penalty, you
wouldn't have won the game.
You need to do more than just rely on getting a penalty because
we also relied on our goalkeeper. Like if we didn't have our goalkeeper, we might have lost 5-2.
Yeah, fine.
But
my criticism is you're not scoring goals. You need
when you lost a man, you should dominate the game.
Yes,
is what you want to say.
And you failed to do that with Chelsea, and you failed to do it again.
To be fair, Oblak in that game particularly made just about as many saves as Alisson did. It was amazing.
Yeah.
Especially
they're down a man.
We did go on to dominate the game. We did dominate the game.
I don't know. Not from what I
don't know.
But no, you didn't. Like you weren't able to break down a 10-man team.
So what you're saying is because they were a man up,
we earned a rightful penalty kick and scored.
I wouldn't call that breaking them down.
I mean, if
I'm going to break down if this goes on any longer.
No, we can move on. We can move on.
Okay, fair enough. Let's talk about your game.
Yeah, okay, sure.
We aren't in the Champions. You mean
so Atalanta won 53-0.
Well, see, no, we actually won with a goal from open play. You know.
But you should have dominated.
Yeah, you should have dominated. You should have dominated at home.
Yeah, in the last 2 minutes.
Yeah. Well, we went 2-0 down, and then we scored.
Should have dominated the first half.
Well, we scored. It was 2-1. We clawed one back.
All right, so let's chat about it.
Yeah, well, you know, Atalanta are no slouches. Obviously, they're a tricky team, but I don't think it's right for us to concede 2 goals as easy as that. Yeah, not good.
Yeah, again, this is one where Harry Maguire would have been losing his nut.
Yep.
And whoever lost their nut at half time, it worked.
Yeah. Well, see, that's the interesting side of it, is like, for some reason we are able to turn around games occasionally. Like, we have a great record in the Champions League at the moment because, I mean, aside from losing young boys, of course, but Ronaldo seems to be determined to drag us up through the Champions League.
Yeah.
By scoring the winner. And did the same in the Villarreal game, of course. So, there's always hope when we have Ronaldo, but
you should dominate Atlanta so you don't end up in that position.
Yeah, last season we beat Leipzig like 5-0.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the sort of thing I want to see, right? Like,
yes.
We are better. We are still better than this. I mean, a win's a win, obviously. When you're in a knockout competition, it doesn't really matter how many you win by. It's not as important as a league when you play 38 games. But I would like to see a bit more defending.
Well, it's a tight group, isn't it? Now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Well,
are you guys
we beat
top
Villa
now? Just.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, because we beat Villa, Real, and we beat Atalanta, but lost the young boys. And then
So put you on 6.
and I think Villarreal and Atalanta drew
4. So they're on 4 each.
Yeah.
And then 3 for young boys. So that's very tight.
Yeah.
Very tight. And what you've played, that's the first round done.
So everyone's played, everyone won.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's very tight. And if you play
Well,
like you did against
win.
young boys and Atalanta, you'll struggle to make it through.
Well, I mean, we beat Atlanta.
Cool. Anyway, City won 5-1
Oh,
over Club
Hey,
Brugge.
hey,
And
I'm
that's a
not
great,
done.
well, it's a great result from City. Absolutely smashed it. Sporting 4-1 over Besiktas. Pretty expected.
Somebody finally beat Sheriff.
Yes.
Inter Milan.
The Madrid putting on a show. Both big Spanish teams putting on a show there. Barca,
Show 1-0.
Barca with a 1-0.
A 1-0 show.
Was it Gerard Piqué scored the goal there?
Yeah, Gerard Piqué with a winner.
Leading from the front.
Leading from the back.
Well, that too. I guess that's what you get when you give half your wages away. You got to score some goals. So.
Yeah.
Who else is there? Porto and AC Milan. 1-0 to Porto,
Everyone's beat Milan.
Yeah, well, Sheriff didn't. Oh, wrong Milan. But hey.
Yeah, Sheriff didn't. Wrong group.
Milan, you would think they would do a bit more than that against Porto, but Porto's again one of those banana skins.
Porto in the Champions League. Porto's not a banana skin at all. I think Porto's a brilliant team. Porto in the Champions League are an absolute
gun
menace.
Yeah.
Yeah, they go right.
Yeah. Who else do we have there?
Yeah, 5-0 Real Madrid. Salzburg 3-1 over Wolfsburg.
Yeah.
Bayern march
4-0
on.
Benfica.
Yeah, they're favourites, eh?
Smash. Lille and Sevilla 0-0, and then
Chelsea.
that blue team. Won
That blue team who
4-0
Gage
over
doesn't
Malmo.
like talking about.
Lukaku and Timo Werner both went off injured. Yeah. They reckon Lukaku's could be relatively serious.
Oh, well, he
it
went
looked
off
like
it was like 25 minutes.
yeah, it looked like almost like not a two-legged tackle, but his foot was in between two legs and how they awkwardly fall and ankle sort of issues there.
Not good.
I don't
It
care
could be-
who's
it
a
could be-
rival and who's not. You don't want to say
Yeah,
that.
it could be a 3-week thing, or it could be like a 3-month thing. You don't know, but
Well,
hopefully he's back. Yeah,
But did you say Werner was injured too?
yeah, he came off. As
So
well.
not all bad. I mean, it's
Well, is it true that in the league that Kai Havertz hasn't played a ball to Lukaku all season?
What?
I saw a stat the other day that
really.
he has not played the ball to Lukaku.
Is he
But
on loan?
He's playing for Werner to get back into the team. Apparently.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I think we talked about this a couple of weeks ago or something, but I don't know about Kai Havertz, man. I haven't really seen too much from him.
He's no Gallagher.
He's no Mason Mount.
Yeah, Mason Mount's. He's a little creator, Mason Mount. But he everywhere. So.
Yeah, I guess. But then, you're buying this expensive German player, and
You've got one.
Yeah.
He got 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they both aren't great.
So. I think that pretty much wraps up the Champions League, doesn't it? Except for the United game, but we'll
Oh wait, there's one more.
You don't need
skip
that.
that.
What was it? You guys can keep talking, Juve 1-0 over Zenit. Yeah.
Well,
Happy days.
probably about it. Let's
Yeah, a quick preview for this weekend.
Preview for next week. Yep.
So. Oh yeah, well, big match.
Yeah, big match.
A red derby.
Yeah, well, this is the first time during the recording of the podcast that two of our teams will meet.
Yeah, cool. So Manchester United at home.
So what
versus
happens?
Liverpool.
What happens if we win?
Oh yes.
What?
Do I
Let's
get
put
to
a wager on
Do
it.
I get to slap you in the face?
On
No.
Oh.
Oh.
Well, you'll get to. The thing is, you'll get to rip me out. That will on a recording that will exist forever.
Ooh.
Right?
That
It'll exist on the internet for all of history.
Yeah, and I'll download it from YouTube. So.
Oh, you could just download that one rant of you destroying me and like set it as your ringtone or something.
Oh, my own voice is my ringtone. That's pretty cringe, but I'm up for it.
I mean, you are wearing a T-shirt that says Swagger 35 right now.
I have no problem with this.
I didn't know his name was Swagger now.
You don't have 35 swags.
Yeah, it's Steven Swagger. He plays for Flower FC.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah.
Cool story, bro.
Derby. we've got the red derby coming
yeah.
up. So
So
get ready for Ronaldo.
to not press.
Yeah. Oh yeah. True that. Doesn't press.
So
He doesn't have to
Probably
press.
doesn't need to. Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah, they don't have to try. They already dominate games.
So if if we win, I get to rent on you. If you win, you get to rent on me. What if it's a draw?
That would suck.
Yeah.
That's worse than losing.
Yeah. What do you reckon?
I don't know because
It
whatever I say, I know it's going to come back on me,
Well,
and it's not going to be good when it's my turn. So
if we draw, Ash has to rip us both. I guess.
Oh,
that's
okay,
that's,
cool.
that's the only real
Just
compromise.
a hug.
And to be honest, it may actually end in a draw. It ends in a draw, like when we
Would
played
you be
this
happy
match
with a
last
draw?
season. No,
cool.
It's
You
a home
not
game.
happy with the draw?
No.
No, cool.
it's a home.
I
game.
want United to lose every game.
Yeah.
I don't.
No shit.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So anyway, Ash, you've got West Ham.
Yep.
So London.
Yeah,
derby
one
as
of
well,
our
yeah.
biggest rivals.
And they're in hot form.
Yeah, unlike us, so that's
The
cool.
ham is fully baked.
The ham is fully west.
Yeah.
Yeah, the ham versus the spuds. It's gonna be
Yeah.
a fucking roast on Monday morning.
Well, it's the ham versus the turkey.
It's the quail.
Yeah.
Gareth Quayle.
Gareth Quail.
Yeah. Yeah,
Leicester Brentford Bees.
Yep.
Yeah, a bee.
Foxes versus bees.
A bee
yeah.
versus a fox. I mean, it's not a
Yeah. No one wants to get attacked by a fox with a mouthful of bees.
well
Or a bee with a
Fox.
fox on it.
A swarm of bees in the shape of a fox.
Look, this is all horrifying.
Yeah.
That could be a really good game.
The bees.
Oh,
Yeah,
it'll be open, eh? It'll
thing
be,
is,
it'll be
bees.
sick.
The bees have actually, despite losing, they have stood up to big teams. So
Oh,
Absolutely.
you know they're going to go at you.
Yeah.
I hope that Leicester don't go and sit a little bit on them and just think we can weather the storm and our quality will get us through.
yeah,
I'd like to see Leicester go stuff it. There's going to be space at the back.
yeah,
Let's go at them too, and it'll be
Well-
a humdinger.
yeah. We'll get. They got to start
So-
Patson Ducker because
Oh,
one of you guys
but
know he scored
he
4 goals
in the,
in the
yeah.
Europa League game.
Wow,
Today.
Sick, yeah.
that's
Yeah.
quite good.
Yeah. I had him on Football Manager and he was insane. Plays for Real Madrid now.
Well, there you go. There you go.
City, Brighton. City will win that. Burnley,
Well,
Southampton.
Brighton at home, I suppose. It's a bit
Yeah,
difficult, but
Look,
Yeah.
it's gonna be more difficult than Norwich.
that is true.
But
Brighton have been tough to break down this season, man. I wouldn't.
Yeah, Norwich couldn't do it.
Yeah. So City don't have a chance.
Burnley, Southampton. That's another tight one at the bottom.
Yep.
Wolves, Leeds again. Can Leeds bounce back? Can Wolves carry on?
Yeah, Leeds haven't been on the greatest
You
form.
never know. So
yeah, but the thing is, as long as they've got subtitles, then Bielsa won't be able to spy on them.
Yeah.
and we might understand them too.
You understand him or Neves?
Both.
Yeah, there you go.
Watford, Everton. Any thoughts?
Ranieri versus Benitez, interesting.
Yeah,
I think Benitez might have a bit too much for Watford. Paul Watford.
yeah. Again, I feel bad for Watford that they've got to play. I mean, Everton's not Liverpool, but it's tough.
They might as well just stayed in Merseyside for the week.
Well, the first game was in Watford.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. Well, I should have just got on Liverpool's bus.
He got some
Just
tips on the way home.
Save some gas. Like those carbon emissions.
There's a Hornet in our bus. There's 11 of them.
There's Premier League winner Claudio Ranieri on our bus.
At least he fits in.
Yeah.
Way.
Yeah.
Go.
Newcastle Palace, up the Palace.
Tune to the moon.
Norwich Chelsea. Yeah.
Yeah,
Norwich
now
won
that one I can see being a
That
blowout.
could be a killer. I mean, they have to play probably without Lukaku, but
Or
they don't have to play with Werner, so it's.
But Havertz plays up front.
Havertz false 9.
Yeah.
Do they have any other strikers?
Frank Lampard.
Well, they sold
Ziyech.
they sold Tammy Abraham.
Ziyech.
And
Yeah, got rid of Abraham. Lukaku injured. Werner injured.
is there not someone?
Yeah. Alonso.
Yeah,
James.
James Alonso.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh well.
If someone walked up to me and said, "My name's James Alonso," I wouldn't believe they're a real person.
James. All right. And then last one.
The two A's.
Yeah.
Double A.
Arsenal, Aston Villa.
Come on, Villa, eh?
Yeah.
Surely.
Look, again, Arsenal need to sort it out, and Villa will have dented confidence. Now, this is the kind of moment where Arteta can.
Yeah.
Listen, a lot of people talk about Solskjaer, but what about Arteta? Do you think isn't he past his time, or what?
I don't know.
Different state of affairs, I guess. I don't think Arsenal can afford to sack another manager that quickly. They've invested too much time into the Arteta project, where Solskjaer was more buy heaps of players and let's go win something. But I think you have to at least give Arteta to the end of the season before you sack him.
Yeah, I suppose you don't know if another coach is actually going to do any better.
Not with that squad.
Yeah. You actually just reminded me of something though that I just remembered hearing about is that another thing about Ole is that in the last 10 years he's our longest serving manager.
Wow.
We basically change managers every
since Ferguson left, effectively.
Yeah. So basically, and
Well, Moyes should have got more time, to be fair.
oh no, sorry.
I think that's absolutely
No, sorry, no. I've just confused myself. I'm wrong. It's no, of course, Mourinho.
Uh-huh.
Mourinho was there longer, but no. Sorry, what it was is Harry Maguire is the longest serving captain.
I think
In the
same
last-
manager.
Harry Maguire is our longest serving captain since Ferguson. So,
Right.
well, since
And who was
Ashley Young left, and because the captaincy was just sort of being passed around people who were leaving. So it was Ashley Young's, it was
Valencia.
Michael Carrick's, it was Rooney's first, and then
Did Valencia have it?
yeah, Valencia wore it for a bit, and then all these players that left,
Steve Bruce.
and so that maybe that's the thing, right? Maybe you guys are ragging on Harry Maguire earlier too, but we've just never really had
leader?
a proper
Because there's none in
captain
that side.
who's through and through, right?
There's none in that. There's Ronaldo would probably be your captain of choice, but does he start every game?
Ronaldo or Bruno?
Bruno, yeah.
Yeah. So that's the funny thing is obviously they want an English player to be captain,
Yep.
but I don't know. Maybe that could be the problem. We have not had a stable captain.
Well, you haven't had the leaders on the field, have you?
Yeah, we didn't.
Phil
have
Jones is your best leader.
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, the look that Gage just offered was...
He'll be a good leader at Newcastle.
Well,
Yeah. Well, yeah. It's. I mean, he at least he's apparently very popular in the club. He's a very likable guy, from what I've heard. So they would probably, I don't know, he'd be in the running, or maybe it should be David De Gea.
No.
But then his recent form sort of if he had have been inconsistent the last season, probably would be David De Gea. He's probably
maybe.
he's been a long servant of the club and he's a good player. So, but yeah, I think maybe that lack of leadership could be the problem, not the manager.
Manager is leader, though, eh?
Yeah,
leadership starts with
Well,
the
no,
manager.
what I'm
so-
saying is there are leadership issues, so it may not just be the managerial side of the leadership. It could be the player captain as
Yeah, of
well.
course he's
the
not-
on-field motivation that
Yeah,
we're getting.
the manager's never the only issue.
Yeah.
It's the only one they sack, though.
It's true.
Well, that's the thing. It's very rare that you strip a captain of something unless there's some crazy incident, right?
Yeah, unless they do something illegal.
Like, it would be really strange if just next season we were like, oh, we've decided to make Bruno the captain.
Yeah, that would be weird.
It would be weird. Like, yeah, I mean, everyone would understand why, because obviously Bruno's a good leader, but it would still be strange. It wouldn't happen. Yeah.
Yeah, that's like politically, it's
Yeah.
if Maguire's still at the club, then it's like, well, what's going on?
Yeah. Oh, that was the only last closing thought I had. So, unless there's anything else you guys want to say, we can wrap it here.
Nah,
No, I have nothing.
just do your math, kids.
All right. Yeah.
Do you myth?
Fantastic. Well, yeah. Thanks for listening for another week. This has been the Football Friends podcast. Like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.
Yeah, we're all off to translate Ruben Neves' subtitles.
It's a new book called Jump Truck.
Good stuff.